of course, we don't do things by heart here at Royal Combat League. We have for you another super prestigious international bout coming up now. Please give a warm welcome from Greece, Papoutsakis, George! And representing England in the red corner, please welcome Ross the Boss George!
Push kick to open this bout. Your second international bout of the evening here at the Royal Combat League. Papoutsakis George from Greece, and he's fighting Ross George, fighting out of the Nosy Academy. Both experienced fighters. This Greek guy's fought Whelan in the past from England. They're fighting under full tight rules, first of 5 3-minute rounds. Ross George's experience has had 35 wins, 14 losses and 1 draw. He now lives in Watford, so he's a local boy as well. George, awkward southpaw. Almost a hip throw there. He's going to get told by the ref quickly. Not too much to see there. Sometimes it's tiring to throw those sort of things early in the fight. Early with that speared rear left elbow from the southpaw George. England, Greece, international bout, Royal Combat League. I'm Danny Kendrick, and if you're watching on TV, the action is relentless. Nice fast pace for a first opening round under Thai rules. Just working him out, this Greek fighter here, moving backwards. Into clinch, broken up by your referee, Jess Saunders. Watford Colosseum venue packed here, just leaning his head back from that spear, rear elbow of his own. Once again, this is Greece, England head to head. Good score to the body there from George. Both fighters similar in stature, a little bit taller. It's the Greek fighter, I think, but good left elbow from George. Both guys spearing the rear elbow rather than leave. There's a score to the body from Ross as well. Furious low kick though there. First in the series, the opening chapter of the Raw Combat League. The fighters are laying it down in response as well. Good opening round from both fighters.
Round two.
Setting up to be a very, very good fight, this one. Ross is a very awkward competitor to be up against, he really is. He looks well this fight actually. I've seen him fight before where he's busted himself to get down to weight and he looked gaunt and pale, but now he looks like fitter and cleaner. Ross is pouring blood from the eye. He's been cut by Papoutsakis, George, and he's definitely laid that elbow well. George is in trouble here. He needs to guard that eye. His hands are very, very low. Spaniard points to the referee that he's cut him, but I don't think it'll bother George. What is in his favour is very, very to the side of his eye. It's not on top of his eye. I'm not sure that's going to impair his vision really. Ross needs to go flat out though. The doctors might not have the same opinion as my very cruel self in the commentary box. George stalking forward. That eye will start to feel sore no matter how much adrenaline he's got. It's a big cut though that. That's a big, big problem for Ross George from the Nosey Academy. And the corner know it. The corner tells a picture, you can see their face. Now it's going to be a patient approach. Papoutsakis, George. It's confusing here in the commentary box. Both fighters with the second name George. Papoutsakis is come and laid it down in England. It's never easy to go to another country and fight. Good body kick from Ross George there. It's never easy to come to another country and fight, I was saying. Especially the UK when you've got these heaving crowds like you've got here in the Watford Colosseum. He looks very, very calm and relaxed. There's the young Greek fighter. He's rocked backwards there. George doesn't want to step backwards. He's caught that shot and he's entitled to throw the kick. I don't think he meant to dump him over the ropes there, and there's a gentleman's exchange, but they'll go back to the action. The Greek fighter hasn't come out of second gear yet, to be fair. It's a very calm, calculated, precise start to this fight, and he's winning the mental battle here with that cut to the eye of Ross George. Just struggling to get inside that clinch, but throws George as he takes his back. Good round from both fighters. That was very close, but the cut is definitely going to be the difference between these two fighters at this stage. Well, round three of what was an even contest up at the beginning. A little bit of daylight has been put in this international prestige bout, for which Papoutsakis has put a little bit of space between him and George and put a good cut to the left eye of him, but the Nosey Academy has settled it well and George has tracked him down well here. Starting to make him look a little bit untidy, which he needs to do. He needs to, when the fighter is that settled, you have to unsettle them. You have to come forward and push the leg and push the action. Yeah, I think that high kick has just opened the cut again of Ross George. Had a bad view in the commentary box. A good lead, jumping knee there from Papoutsakis. And I'll tell you what, George has hurt the leg of the Greek fighter there, and he started to hide it, but he hit it well and countered on the rear leg of George as well. Both fighters have got the skills in this fight, they really have. Sometimes it's messy, but George is doing the right thing. He's unsettling the Greek fighter here, who looked very, very comfortable at one point. Beautiful Thai style as well. Seemed to get the upper hand in that confrontation of clinch, but George lazily throwing that shot in. But George's hands look dangerously low when he's throwing shots, they really do, as you can see there. He needs to get that guard up. He's brawling. Right elbow finds his way over the top again. Cut's not giving the Englishman too much problem here. And he's starting to work him out as this fight goes on. It's not pretty, but it's effective. George needs to push the action and step through this guy. Just finding their foothold here. Just tuning in and watching on TV, this is the Raw Combat League, and you better watch out for this name for the future. These guys laying down under full Thai rules, of course. And we're going to go into round 4. There's been some good work done to the left eye of Ross George from England, as it seems to have closed up. Gulps of Vaseline over it, showing. Good inside low kick to put his man down. He needs to do more though. George is getting outwitted at the moment by this Greek fighter. Determination's there. Good catch and good score that as he dumps his man to the ground. Starting to use his brain now, George. Again a good kick, and that's a score as he takes him down. Starting to fight with his brain now. Hands still look dangerously low from George. Blocked to his knee there on shin of the Greek lad, and I tell you what, that's going to take the confidence out of the kick. It always will. A lot smarter now. We're watching a much smarter performance from Ross George. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is an international full Thai rules bout here at the Raw Combat League. So put that one in your history books. First event and first international full Thai rules fight. Still tracking his man down, putting him on the back foot. He's diluted his style at the moment, he really has. He's got good tactics. Knows the academy, started to tell Ross how to get through this fight. All he's won really is that cut now I'm watching, and still just a little bit ahead and a little bit more intelligent. It's the Greek corner, although this has been a very, very good fourth round from Ross George. This is the money round, as they say in Muay Thai as well. If you're going to lay it down, this is the round you need to be laying it down in. Set yourself up for the fifth and final round. George just laid off the brakes a little bit. I think he needs to be. Yeah, good push kick. He's intelligent, but he's not following it up. Better round from Ross George. And knows the academy there.
Corners, 10 seconds. This is the fifth and final round.
Jumping, spin, elbow there from George to start this fifth and final round. There's everything to fight for these fighters, but George needs a massive, massive round. In fact, he might need to drop this Greek kid here. He's going about it the right way. He's got to go to war. There's good hands there. And the crowd's started to liven up on this fight. There's been a tense atmosphere through. Takes the back and knees. Good score again. Is winning this round by scoring going to be enough? I'm sure there's going to be conflicting scorecards. I'm sure there'll be nothing like the commentators one as usual, but Ross George needs a big, big round here. He's fighting a tactically very good fighter. He's taken his back. He needs the elbow on the back of the head there as well when he turns his back. He had him set up for it. Well, this young fighter from Greece started very slowly. He's finishing at the same pace actually. He's a calm, collected fighter. I thought he'd be more explosive as he carried on, but Ross is pushing the action, representing the UK here. He needs to go further now. This is where he needs to lay it down. The Greek fighter's going backwards and being very patient. I think he thinks he's got this. Good low kick, but they're not scoring. He needs to come away from the leg. He needs to come up to the head. The head is the only option now, I'm afraid, for the Englishman. Unless he's going to drop him with an immense body shot. Ross George, hands in his pockets again and almost got caught in a high kick. He steps in and scores well. Tightening up this fight, he really is. Oh, both fighters settling for what they've got so far. Does Ross, in the back of his head, think he's taken this fight for England? Does the Greek fighter know he's a little bit ahead? I tell you, it's been a brilliant round from George and he's laying it down very well. Good elbow from George. Hands up, I don't know if he's done enough, I really don't. Greek fighter scoring well to the body and doubling up his kick as well. There's the back elbow and he scored and he knows it. But he may be forgetting the middle of the fight. I'll tell you what, it's very, very, very close.